The community is rallying around the friends and family of longtime Jessamine County paramedic John Mackey.
We really just wanted to do something to be able to honor him and his sacrifice that he made and his life and his family.
The Richmond community comes together tonight to remember Officer Daniel Ellis.
And people in Powell County are remembering a teenager killed in a wreck.
This is WKYT News.
This has been a difficult week for first responders in central Kentucky. Thanks for staying up with WKYT. I'm Kristen Kennedy. Tonight we've learned the Jessamine County paramedic hit by a car last week is not expected to survive. Police say Thursday night an ambulance clipped a car in downtown Nicholasville. Paramedic John Mackey got out of the car, and that's when we're told another car hit him. In our top story, Hillary Thornton shows us how the community he served is honoring him.
Dozens gathered outside of the Jessamine County Courthouse with Judge Executive David West delivering heartbreaking news. The doctors do not believe longtime paramedic John Mackey will make it through the night.
It's been very traumatic, many emotions, several things happening emotionally with families and the crews.
The focus then shifting to Mackey's loved ones and fellow crew members as they prepare to say goodbye to a man who dedicated his life to serving others.
The desire tonight is to make this more about the family than anything else, to make sure we lift up prayers for the family and for those involved with our crews here.
And something that those out here at tonight's vigil say they are clinging to is the fact that the man who worked for nearly 2 decades saving lives will continue to do so as an organ donor. County leaders say the outpouring of support during this difficult time has been incredible, including surrounding departments sending crews to help cover their shifts. It is support they say they will need now, knowing a very special member of their crew has made his final run.
The crews do come together as a family in Jessamine County, and it's affected everyone from our judge executive all the way down to the families of the crews.
In Jessamine County, Hillary Thornton, WKYT.
Mackey's friends say doctors plan to take him off of life support after his family donates his organs. The 4 people charged in connection with the death of a Richmond police officer will face a judge for the first time tomorrow. Raleigh Sizemore, Daniel Ratliff, Rita Creech, and Carl Banks are all charged in the case. Officer Daniel Ellis was investigating a robbery at an apartment in Richmond when state police say Sizemore shot Ellis in the head. Sizemore is charged with murder and 2 counts of attempted murder of a police officer. In his arrest citation, police say Sizemore admitted shooting Officer Ellis and admitted firing shots at other officers. Ratliff is charged with complicity to commit murder. Creech and Banks are charged with robbery for their role in an attempted robbery that was part of Ellis's original investigation. All 4 are scheduled to be in court for an arraignment tomorrow morning. Tonight, people in Richmond are finding more ways to honor Officer Ellis. Since his death, communities across the Commonwealth have been praying for him and for his family. Sam Smith is in Richmond tonight at a prayer vigil honoring Ellis.
This was a chance for members of the community to come together to remember Officer Daniel Ellis. Dozens of people came out Sunday night for this candlelight vigil here at the Kentucky Law Enforcement Memorial. It was a mixture of first responders and fraternity and sorority members.
Officer Ellis was great care at EKU, and his wife was as well. And one of our alumni is a first responder, and she worked with Officer Ellis. So we really just wanted to do something to be able to honor him and his sacrifice that he made and his wife and his family.
Officer Ellis was shot last week while investigating a robbery Wednesday morning. He was in critical condition at UK Hospital until early Friday morning when he passed away. Members of this community have stepped up to show their support for Officer Ellis, his family, and law enforcement in general since the shooting. This vigil is just the latest example.
We're just happy everybody's come together and just been able to honor him.
It really does make a difference, for the community of law enforcement as we're going through this difficult time.
Officer Ellis will be laid to rest this week. His funeral is Wednesday here on the EKU campus at Alumni Coliseum. In Richmond, Sam Smith, WKYT.
Visitation for Officer Ellis will be Tuesday from 2 until 8 at Alumni Coliseum on the Eastern Kentucky University campus in Richmond. His funeral will be Wednesday morning at 11, also at Alumni Coliseum. The family asked that donations be made to the Kentucky Law Enforcement Memorial Foundation. Because of the funeral and visitation, EKU is canceling classes at all campuses between 4:45 Tuesday afternoon and 4:30 Wednesday afternoon. All Madison County schools and Model Laboratory School will be closed Wednesday for the funeral. A lot of people are reaching out right now to law enforcement, reminding them how grateful they are for their service to our community. 8-year-old Jacob Lee says after learning about Officer Ellis's death, he wanted to do something to help police. Jacob and his parents bought 6 McDonald's gift cards to hand out to officers in their hometown of Berea.
I wanted to be happy, so I was like, well, maybe they could have lunch or something.
The fact that he thought of this and thought enough to do it for us, it means a lot.
Jacob and his parents now plan to buy and give out more gift cards. For more information on how you can help support law enforcement, including the Ellis family, just go to our website, WKYT.com. We are posting all fundraisers and services that we know about right there. Students at Powell County High School are raising money to help the family of their friend who died in a wreck Friday. 15-year-old Jaron Reed died when the truck he was in crashed on Old Highway 15. This weekend, his friends placed a cross in the spot where they all enjoyed spending time together.
Several of us had the idea we was going to put the cross together. We all thought it would be a good idea to take it to where we always hung out and have everybody that he always hung out with sign it.
Jaron Reed's close group of friends are finding ways to lean on one another this weekend.
Never had a bad day, and he always had a smile on his face. No matter what was going on, he was always there.
Never a dull moment, that's for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Never a dull moment.
No.
News late Friday afternoon of the 15-year-old's death in a crash hurt everyone.
It just destroyed all of the team. We was all quiet, you know, and we went out and we played our hearts out for him. That's all we could do.
His friends are staying busy making T-shirts in Reed's honor. They're hosting a fundraiser Tuesday night in Clay City for his family, and they're staying strong for one another.
Everybody needs to remember the friends they got, because you never know when they're not going to be here.
Never promise tomorrow.
Yeah.
Cherish all the friends you got now.
Love the one, you know. I mean, we're all family. We love, each and every one of us love each other, you know. And that's all we got. And when one brother's gone, it affects us all.
Visitation for Reed is Monday at 11 a.m. at Davis & Davis Funeral Home in Stanton. Funeral services begin at 1 p.m. Yesterday's rain brought some much cooler temperatures to the Commonwealth, and that cooler air will be greeting you as you head out the door to work tomorrow. WKYT meteorologist Jim Caldwell is tracking the changes to the forecast.
Yeah, we likely start off in the upper 30s, low 40s in many locations out there on Monday, and then showers will start to push into the area as we advance into the afternoon and evening. Pretty quiet out there tonight, though, overall, and you can see that here on our Defender network. But we do have a little bit of cloud cover that's streaming in across extreme southern sections of Kentucky, and that's going to be the first thing you see out there, and it'll be with you in the morning as well before the showers arrive later on in the day. We barely expand the view a little bit, and you can see some of the rain showing up across parts of Tennessee already, just south of Knoxville and out toward the Chattanooga area. So it's on the move. Here is our high-resolution radar model that's going to spit out some of the timing. So we go through the overnight here for you, and you're watching the rain start to creep in. We get into the early morning, very close to that morning commute, and an occasional shower here and there. And then that's going to be kind of the case at least through parts of midday. But that rain will increase into the afternoon and evening hours. It'll thicken up quite a bit, as a matter of fact. And then it will linger into Tuesday. We will track all of it, even the Tuesday batch, coming up for you in just a few minutes.
A man shot outside a Lexington strip club has died. Police say someone shot 30-year-old William Thornton in the head in the parking lot of the Camelot East Strip Club on Richmond Road Friday. Emergency crews rushed Thornton to UK Hospital, where he died this morning. Police are now investigating the case as a homicide. 2 people are behind bars after leading deputies on a chase through 10 counties today. The chase started in Franklin County, where the sheriff says a drunk man pulled into a Valero gas station. When a deputy tried to talk to the man, the sheriff says he took off. Deputies chased him and his passenger for 131 miles. The sheriff says the man finally wrecked in Greenup County. Deputies arrested Christopher Lavelle and Julia Essman this morning. A new traffic signal at a busy Lexington intersection will start running next week. State transportation leaders will activate the signal at Citation Boulevard and Greendale Road tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock. The intersection opened in September. Transportation leaders decided to install the light after many crashes near the intersection. More than 24 student athletes at the University of Missouri have benched themselves. They say they won't play again until the university's president, Tim Wolf, resigns. Jamie Yuckas talks about the controversy from New York.
University of Missouri President Tim Wolf is in the middle of a firestorm after a number of racially charged incidents on his campus. On Sunday, head football coach Gary Pinkel posted a picture on Twitter of his team locking arms and saying he stands with his players. It comes a day after more than 30 black football players announced that they will not participate in team activities until Wolf is removed or resigns due to his, quote, negligence towards marginalized students. Protesters say Wolf has not done enough to hear their concerns.
I want to talk. I want to understand this. I want to come up with a way that we can get progress made on these particular issues.
The racial tensions on campus started earlier this year. Most recently, a swastika was found in a residence hall, drawn with human feces. Students reported having racial slurs yelled at them in at least 2 incidents. That led Chancellor Arbo and Lofton to plead for an end to racism on campus.
It's enough. Let's stop this. Let's end hatred and racism at Mizzou.
But MU graduate student Jonathan Butler doesn't think enough has been done. He went on a hunger strike last week, saying he's willing to die unless Wolf steps down. The two met Saturday.
The team did not hold practice Sunday. The Missouri athletic director put out a statement saying the team's focus is on the health of Jonathan Butler, and they don't plan to return to practice until Butler starts eating. The Missouri Tigers have 3 games left in the season, including one scheduled for Saturday against Brigham Young. In New York, Jamie Yuckas, CBS News.
Wolf says he is open to talking about what he calls very complex issues. The search is on tonight for the person who burglarized a police department in Shelby County. Around 1 Friday morning, Simpsonville police say someone broke into evidence lockers and stole about $30,000 in cash and narcotics. Police are now reviewing surveillance video to try and identify the thief.
Because there's such a lack of respect for the law, for the officers that are out there trying to protect and serve the communities. So anytime we have an incident like this, we take it very seriously, and we will work hard to find out the perpetrators.
Simpsonville's Mayor Steve Eden plans on talking about what happened with the Simpsonville police chief Monday. A Kentucky artist has opened up a shop that puts a new twist on coffee. Tony Davis owns Kentucky Nose Studios, where he now ages coffee beans in bourbon barrels. He currently has 13 barrels filled with coffee that are in the middle of the aging process. Davis says the bourbon beans are non-alcoholic.
We want to offer a different experience so that people in our community can bring their kids here. You don't have to be 21 to come here.
Davis has several different flavors of coffee for sale, including bourbon, caramel bourbon, and for a limited time, pumpkin spice bourbon.